So we're back again here on Yukon Valley, one of the maps that I think the visuals are super underrated on. I really like how this map looks just run around here at the outpost, but we are still in the search for a gold albino grizzly, and we managed just a couple of days ago to get a gold rare snow leopard, so hopefully we can do the same with the grizzly bears. Now of course, in this server at the moment, it is not grizzly drink time. It is 11:55. So we're actually almost at the end of plains bison drink time, and I'm just kind of hoping, like we've done before, as these guys are maybe getting ready to leave, or possibly because we spooked that other one. If we hang around here long enough, I mean, maybe we just stumble into a grizzly track and it leads us to exactly what we're after. But the main idea is, eventually we can get host, or maybe the host of the server changes the time to early morning, and we can get after them in their drink stones later. So in the meantime, we'll be chasing plains bison, moose, whatever else we can encounter. And obviously on the lookout for grizzly tracks along the way. So right long shot, a 170.01 bison to get us going. And with it being already 12 o'clock, we might as well stick in this area. Moose and bison both really like it down here. And eventually we'll work our way south and get into grizzly territory just to have that chance of finding tracks. And there's a pretty good look at it. I don't think I've ever seen this actually. Moose and bison all drinking in the exact same location like that. I don't see anything real big. I mean, that moose, that's a 4, so maybe we go for him? I think that's going to be the move, but with so many animals to spot, just want to like double check everything and make sure we're not missing any kind of 5s or anything like that. So that is 210 meters. With all the brush and stuff, I say we just go for this from here. Should be just fine. And I think he should make, actually he's a guaranteed goal. I didn't look at the estimate, 210 to 264. And we'll take that as the transition starts here. So a couple of decent kills now to get us going. That guy, 211 meters, we got him kind of in the top of the left lung. 214 score, and I think actually that'll be the best move. If we just maybe like go along the edge of this lake, because that's a decent spot too, and scoot into the south. Moose drink down here, and like I said, that's grizzly territory. That's maybe where we could find those type of tracks I was talking about. That's probably, for this time of day, our best option. If we could like not have our waypoint stuck to a drink zone, that'd be nice. Well, finally a decent bull moose. Looks like he's down there taking a bath. Well into the lake. And actually, we have gotten host of this server. There's a whole bunch of moose over here, by the way. But this is about all I've seen for the last 30 minutes or so. So, seeing this guy, who is now not taking a bath, much more interesting to try to take. And if we can get him to turn back here, try to get that with the 300. Still got our ability to make heart shots from doing all the kills for the moose grind. And I think there's a couple of people in the server. I'll ask, make sure everybody's good. And I think it's about time to rest, to grizzly drink time, and see what we can do with that. So this guy, gonna be a 239.99. Just caught the back of the heart there. Now let's see if we can go a little bit earlier morning. And go figure, on the way, really big level 4 bison, up to 195. Don't think he's going to end up, being a level 4 diamond. I'm really not so sure that's a thing. But nonetheless, that's a pretty good one. We'll take that, and then we'll jump down and go ahead and change the time. So real quick, our bison, going to be a 181.8, I think, so it's close. 183.5 again is diamond. Someone shot this earlier. Huh. I don't think that person's in the server anymore, so maybe that's why he was at full health. Interesting. Anyway, let's go ahead. I think we'll bounce down here because probably this area is where we're going to start. And we'll get after some grizzlies. Well, we've certainly got our choice here. Plenty of bears drinking in at this lake. We've got a level 7 up to 67. And then another level 7 up to 66. So might as well get the higher estimate one. That should be our first grizzly run as long as we don't mess up the shot. Probably let him lift his head just so we don't end up in the vertebrae or something. That should be just fine. We got that guy spin around as we've seen. I still don't think they spin as much as when they spin like from the bridge. But anyway, as long as we make good shots, quick tracks, we'll be able to get to as many locations as possible. So level 7 gold, not a bad start. Already light enough we don't need our headlamp anymore. 63 score for him. And hopefully it's only up from here. Well, here we go again. I always check here last because it takes forever to get down off of this bridge and go and recover anything. And that pretty much means we're destined to meet the train, though this time we're a little bit late. It's 8:03, train is flying down the tracks, and so long as we stay way off to the side here, we should be fine. And we really can't afford to just sit here and wait. The Grizzlies and Caribou are gonna be leaving. And here comes the train to meet us. Should have plenty of space if we just stand over here. We've done it before. I've never done it trying to move, though. Okay. Should be fine. Hopefully this is worth the effort. I mean, it's just 7 after 7, and on a hunt like this where we're looking for such a specific thing as an albino grizzly, a lot of level 7s and such I just don't shoot. We're really trying to find better stuff and try to cover as much ground as we can. So we should, of course, make sure nothing else good comes out of there. I hear a bear underneath us. I can't tell exactly where it's at, though. I mean, another 7. Might have to check tracks on whatever ran below the bridge, because I didn't see it. But since we're here, might as well make the most of the opportunity. That should be fine. I swear they do spin more from up here. But anyway, that's going to be a solid vital hit. Couple more spots we probably want to check. Could that have been the one? Maybe. Kind of hard to say. So typically you'll get some drinking out there. I don't see any yet. They may be out of render. They may have also just left. And then the other spots are kind of all the way over here at the edge. There's a female, a kind of uninteresting caribou. And I mean, unless something's hiding, I think our 2 7s probably as good as we're going to get. So now always the run. It's 8:30 till we get to pick everything up. 63 score for that guy. Other one over there should be pretty similar. And at this point, what we're going to do is make our way into the swamp. We'll probably have to be careful about trying to get in anybody's way, but we can maybe look for old grizzly tracks, things that have maybe left their zones that we can go and track. And bison could be in there too now that it's their time again. But level 7 grizzly, I think number 3 on the hunt. 62.39 for him. I think he's the smallest of those 3. And yeah, we're going to jump down to this area. Just try to find tracks and whatever else we might be able to stumble into. So right on the edge of the swamp here, we've got a caribou just kind of milling around. And this is the thing we can hope for with grizzly bears as well. Or, you know, any kind of big caribou, anything like that. Just because their zones are over doesn't mean we can't get eyes on them. So finally, we get to actually use the 7mm. That's the first time we fired at the entire hunt. Everything we've shot has been with the 300 thus far. It's a slightly, you know what? It's a wild looking one. Maybe we'll just try to get that too. Not bad at all. You gotta love it when you can drop stuff like that. There's a grizzly out there. Everything we're shooting today too, like big animals absorbing those 300 rounds. The caribou don't seem to like the 7mm quite as much. So I think this one's a silver. In fact, I'm pretty much certain of it. 296 or 8, can't tell what that says. That was double lung liver. I'm really curious about this other one, because I actually didn't think it was the greatest shot. I felt like we were maybe up high. That's vital blood, so it wasn't like straight spinal cord or anything like that. What actually caused this guy to drop? And by the way, I don't think I've ever seen this rack combo before. It was basically same thing, double lung, then liver and stomach. 391 score for that? Higher than I thought, but this is my favorite, like, I will say half, for the caribou rack with the split back tide. This side, not so much. Kind of cool as a combo, though. I totally forgot. Because we're host of this server, we can actually have aggressive wolves. I just heard one. There we go. Oh, a mythical. 2 mythicals. What are the odds of that? Gotta make sure we get the correct weapon. Take the scope off here. And I have to imagine those aren't the only 2 wolves. Yeah, there's another one back there. Don't think we're gonna have a diamond out of this pack. 2 mythicals makes it pretty unlikely. I would imagine that there's a 9 in there too. Didn't even know that was back there. 3 max weight ones though. That's a max weight 7. That was a crazy sound. There's still one more, I believe. That one was 37 as a gold. There's the last one. Another 4. Just get that taken out. This thing, honestly, I don't know if we really brought the 7mm to Yukon much, but it might be the best option. Its ability, that's a nice one by the way, its ability to take down caribou and wolves like that makes it pretty preferable for like the medium-sized game. Now, for bison and grizzlies, Moose, maybe not so much. But we've got the 300 for that. So, didn't really expect to find wolves there, but that was kind of cool to see, and really cool to see the 7mm just go right through them like that. Well, I think, unless we find something else in the process of trying to get this moose, probably that's going to end up being our last kill. Got some other ones walking around here. Don't see any monsters. That one certainly is not. So I think we're probably just going to go ahead and try to get this shot. And while we've had no albino grizzlies today, more hours out here on Yukon, much in the same way as our search for a diamond snow leopard, it's just going to come down to putting hours in. And honestly, really fun hunt. Like the 7mm stuff with the wolf and the caribou. We got to really visit like a lot of grizzly locations today. No big ones. It's a lot different than really many predator species. A lot of them, you see 7s, 8s, and 9s a lot. For grizzlies, not so much. You really got to spend a bunch of time even to find one or two. No such luck there today. And now we get to wait for our boat to arrive. And finally, last kill of the hunt's going to be a 245 scoring moose. A little bit better than that last one. Hard shot him. And like I said, it's just going to take time like coming back out here. But with grizzlies drinking in the daylight now, I think it's going to happen. Just, we got to keep on coming back out here. Got to keep giving it a shot, joining servers, checking as many locations as we can. And hopefully that albino gold shows up eventually. But anyway, that'll do it for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching. And I'll see you next time.